Assalamu alaikum and a very, very happy Eid Mubarak. You saw Tehami just right now earlier on your screens as well. I'm pretty sure he's already said Eid Mubarak to all of you, so I'm going to take this opportunity now to wish all of the family away from me a very, very happy Eid Mubarak, because all the viewers are my family as well. And PTV is also my family. Because this is my family, I thought, why not bring all of my family as well and celebrate Eid with all of you? So we have been joined, Jawad, by my own sister and my husband today as well, which is very interesting. And we've been also joined by a wonderful designer and also a foreign affairs expert, which is interesting because you will be finding a surprise about my husband. So she will be able to answer a few interesting questions on that as well. So the first guest is none other than my own sister. I'm so proud to be her sister. She's the one who's been with me in every step of my career, in every step of the way since I was a child. And she's literally my best friend. You know, they say that you have best friends. I say, no, I already have a sister. I don't need a best friend. So thank you so much for joining us. A brilliant anchor, always one of the top most leading anchors of Pakistan, Miss Aniqa Nisar from GTV. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tayyaba. Thank you for having me. It's such a different sort of an experience to be here as an anchor and as a sister as well. So yeah.
I'm sorry I wouldn't give you a lot of time to talk today because I'll be doing that.
That's good.
But that's what you trained me for, right?
Yeah, right?
Right.
For sure.
Please, Jawad, introduce our next guest.
We are also honored to be joined by Miss Nasia Zafar. She is associated with the fashion designing sector. Thank you very much for being with us on this very festive occasion. We really appreciate that. And how's your Eid going so far?
I'm loving it, because this is the time not only to relax, but this is the time to share and celebrate with your family, close friends, and even with the less needy, you know, the poor. You know, it's a time for sharing and, you know, giving charity.
We'll definitely be discussing the very message and the spirit from this very symbol of the great sacrifice rendered by Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam on this, for which we celebrate this Eid-ul-Adha. We are also honored to be joined by Miss Farwa. She's a senior researcher associated with the Institute of Strategic Studies in Islamabad. Ms. Farwa, thank you very much for your time also for being with us. How's your Eid going?
It's going great, and thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm honored, I'm excited, and I'm a bit confused as well because it's a very different area. So celebrating my Eid with you people, with PTV, oh, it's like amazing, it's hilarious. You know, PTV is something that excites my memories, my childhood memories. I am in love with PTV and so nostalgic to be here. So my Eid couldn't be better.
Don't feel nostalgic because we're right over here. We haven't died yet.
We've all got memories associated from early childhood with PTV. Of course, wonderful to have you today on this very auspicious occasion. We have got a very, very special guest. I'll tell you.
But it's okay, I'll give him the honor.
Okay, so he's a very special guest. He's not from Pakistan. Guest from where? All the way from a very brotherly country, China. So
does that mean we're brothers?
We are brothers.
You can't.
Please go ahead.
Okay,
the floor is all yours now.
We had a foreign affairs expert over here, and her knowledge will come in very much handy as well. I'm pretty sure she must know a lot about China. I happened to marry a wonderful human being. He's a Chinese. He is working in Pakistan currently as well. He is working with a Chinese company in Pakistan. And I'm very lucky to have my own husband here to join me on this Eid, because of course I had to drag him all the way. I was coming here, I was like, you're not celebrating Eid without me, right? So I had to drag him all the way. Thank you so much, Liu, for coming. Liu Tong is his name. English name is Liu, so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Miss Tayyaba Nisar Han.
Miss Tayyaba, also formal. That's very interesting. But honestly, this is your first Eid. How are you enjoying it?
It is not only my first Eid, but also it is the first time I stepped into the studio and also to see what is the thing going. And also PTV, it is quite an amazing place and also quite a happy family. And I'm so happy that my wife is working here and also could invite me to celebrate this special Eid for me. It's also the first Eid for me.
Right, it's his first Eid as a Muslim. Welcome to Islam. You're not my brother, but I'm sure you're Jawad Tehami's brother and the rest of their brothers.
You wouldn't be even thinking to say that.
Right, okay, so let's go to my own sister because I'm going to do a little bit of nepotism over here and talk to them first. Pardon me, ladies, but how is your Eid? Of course, you spend it with me most of the times, but after you got married, you have a little cute, adorable daughter as well, and you know, I see her dressing her up, and you know, they're wearing the same color, mostly the same dresses as well, and it's so interesting because she's such an adorable little ray of sunshine as well. How's your Eid before marriage versus after marriage?
So they say that behind every well-dressed, well-fed, bathed child, there's a mother in PJs and messed up hair. So that's most of the times that's me. You know, in PJs, messed up. I'm doing my office work. I'm doing chores for my daughter as well. And then obviously being a good wife and everything. That requires a lot of effort. You know, a lot of people say that you need to be a working woman. I personally believe being a homemaker is a full-time job. So people who are women who are working and who are actually taking care of their kids, they have 2 full-time jobs, and it's like you juggle all the time. You have to sacrifice something. You have to either sacrifice yourself or sacrifice something. And obviously, in Pakistani women's DNA, it is endued that you're not supposed to in any way sacrifice anything else. So we are actually like that, and that is what happens
It's
with me as well.
multitasking.
It is multitasking. At the same time, it is very, very rewarding too. Why is it rewarding? Because when you see your child growing and flourishing and learning new things, it just makes you happy from within. And when you see yourself boosting in your career as well, and as a mother, and people recognizing that, my sister, she's always been my supportive, the most supportive sister that I have, my pillar.
Don't say that out loud, the other sisters are watching.
No, actually, that is true, because you know,
the jealousy.
there's an age gap. So me and Tayyaba, we've always been best friends. We've always been together. We have always been, you know, partners in crime as well.
I remember
the time we jumped into another
I remember that. I was literally thinking about the same thing. It's like we're telepathic, ladies and gentlemen. But very interesting because I've seen her carry out her career and her house responsibilities like an extreme sport. If there was an Olympic award medal, I'm pretty sure it would have gone to you as well, and doing brilliantly and everything except for your sleep routine. And I'm pretty sure you did not sleep. I'm sure you didn't sleep before Eid as well.
I slept an hour more. I slept for 4 hours today.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay me.
Congratulations, but also taking care of your in-laws and cooking all the food for Eid as well. That's very interesting. And also, Miss Nasia, we know that Eid is all about designer clothes, right?
yes.
So how do you like Jawad's dress?
I love it.
It's a different
I
color.
love it. I think it's a nice, lovely, vibrant
different
color.
color,
I
isn't
like it.
For
I didn't see any
Eid,
color
cheerful
somewhere, right?
summer color. It's really looking nice.
Right? He looks
Thank
like
you
a
very
mango.
No, it's not like a mango.
No, it's
not
mustard.
yellow.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's not-
mustard.
yeah.
It's looking really nice.
But there's
Mango-
nothing
mango-
wrong in looking like a mango. They're the
Why?
king of the
You
fruit.
know
Why?
of the fruit.
Everyone likes
Yeah, they are the king of the
See,
fruit.
everyone likes mangoes. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself.
Even your
So
mango.
mangoes are famous worldwide. The Pakistani origin mango is famous worldwide, especially the chonsa. If you
Yeah.
And sindri.
And unbuttered
I
toast.
know.
Sindri,
Okay, there are so
Sindri is
many
not that
varieties of
popular
mangoes.
around the world. Perhaps it is more popular here in Pakistan. I think it's
Chonsa
chonsa
is
and
very
anvar
popular.
tol.
Anchorperson are my
oh my
favorite.
God,
Really? Okay, let's talk about mangoes. Which mango
Why,
is your favorite?
why not talk about meat a little bit
Meat,
before
yes.
going?
That's
Because
true.
Barbecue nights now
what I
with all
remember
that.
is what we usually do is after having loads and loads of meat, we go and have mangoes then, you know. So
Yes.
that's the proper combination. I
Yeah.
think
That goes
when,
well,
when
yes.
Eid-ul-Adha comes in summer, and this time it is pretty
Right,
much
it's-
the same time.
Yes.
Very true, actually. But, you know, with me and Tayyaba, we have always been mango lovers.
Oh, we love mangoes.
Who isn't?
Right?
Yeah,
I'm surprised at people who aren't because I can't be friends with you.
I wonder if Tom
Yes,
likes fruit.
yes.
I'm in the same club.
Was that the
I love
criteria? We're all in the same club, ladies and gentlemen. I
Was
hope
that
you
the
are too,
criteria?
otherwise we can't be friends.
Was that the criteria before you married Tong as well?
I think so. I think we did. Even
Yeah.
though my husband does not like sweets a lot, but he still likes mango because that's the king of fruits.
Yeah, because I have to say that I love mango. Yeah,
You have to say that.
yeah, this is a basic
on,
criteria to.
on gunpoint or actually?
This is a basic criteria. He stopped his sentence right there. But Farwa, let's go to you. How is Eid for a foreign affairs expert?
Okay, I was expecting this question.
I think it's a public
Okay, I'm a
holiday,
woman
so
first,
most
then
of
a
them get to celebrate Eid at home. It's a public holiday, of course.
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, I made a rule. I don't discuss politics at home because politics in office And politics is, I mean, it's a different thing. So especially on Eid and festive occasions, so I like to mingle with people, and it just the way I'm having fun here. It's a family occasion.
You're
you
so
know?
lucky you can get away with that.
yeah.
Wherever we go, we'd be like, Andar ki kahani sunai. What is going on in politics? Tell us about that. I'm glad you can get away with that.
Okay, not all the time.
Not all
you're
the
always you're always hit by the same question. Like just like you said, and it's so precise. It happens, you know. Okay, tell us the inside story. Say secret story. You know, there's no secret story. Things are obvious everywhere. They're all over the place.
So
And
what do
Okay,
you think
Miss,
about Pakistan-China relations?
oh, lovely.
So let's talk about Pakistan-China relations in terms of
Yeah.
politics some other time.
And
Today,
I-
okay, let's
Okay,
yes, let's
okay,
talk
there
about
is-
Pak-China relations in terms of
Mango.
Cultural
Romantic-
exchange.
romantic relationship,
Such a
and
huge
marital relationship. Let's talk in those
CPEC,
terms.
China-Pakistan engagement corridor.
There's a lot
yes.
of Muslims in China, so how do they celebrate Eid there?
By eating mangoes, I think.
Do you have mangoes in China?
Okay.
Yeah,
that-
before talking about how Chinese Muslims, they celebrate Eid holiday, actually I want to highlight one thing. China and Pakistan really have very good relationship. We are Aryan brothers and also sisters, yeah. And this year, especially Pakistan mangoes has been imported to China. Yes, yes. It's so delicious, and also this is something quite amazing.
I love the way he.
I think we should rename this show to a mango show. Because we talk a lot about mangoes, and Jawad Tehami wins right now. It's a win-win for everybody.
But I love the way he balanced the genders, brothers and sisters. I mean, brothers
But
and
then when he
sisters.
said sisters, I was like, no, I'm not your sister.
So,
Rest of us.
Mr. Leo, so we know that our friendship with China, Pakistan-China friendship is deeper than the oceans. It's higher than the Himalayas, sweeter than sugar and honey. So we consider Chinese brothers. Likewise, we get the similar sort of reciprocation from them also. So in terms of politics, we get to talk a lot about Pakistan-China relationship. So when we talk about this relationship between you and Miss Tayyaba, first of all, would you take us back in time to share that very story? How did that happen?
Ooh, I haven't told that to anyone.
That is very amazing part because we knew each other. It is just because of our company. There was one event, and also I saw her, and also I felt in love with this special Pakistani girl, and she's so special. And also, I have been living in Pakistan for more than 4 years.
4 years.
And, yeah, I understand the culture here, and also especially Islamic culture. It is so attractive, and after seeing her, I think she is an angel sent by Allah Ta'ala to help us.
yeah.
That's really sweet.
You're definitely
I'm
lucky.
blushing, please don't.
Do you agree?
I do actually. I do agree with that. Tayyaba is a very positive person. She is truly, truly very pure from inside out. That is so true. And I try to push her. No, you have to understand that this world is not all nice and cuddly and soft and mushy. So you have to maneuver. And she'd be like, she's so pure. She'd always be like, no, let's not do this. Let's not do that.
I think
Like,
you
So
two are
Mr. Leo,
giving
so,
each other a treat into
Mr. Leo, you mentioned that you got to see her for the first time at an event. So that was the love at first sight?
It is not an easy question to answer.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to know more. I want to know more.
Hey, that,
Sure, go ahead.
Did you fall in love with her looks or her personality? Let's put it that way.
You see, actually, as an adult, usually I will reject to answer this kind of question because I'm saying that I choose both.
Oh, that's actually a smart way.
So basically, I was hosting an event at
Okay.
the company, and we had a meeting, and that's where he saw me first.
Okay.
And then the rest is history.
so it is safe to say it was love at first sight.
Yeah.
Okay, Tong is blushing, so that's a
okay.
yes.
So, okay, Ms. Nasia, so when we talk about meat, what's your favorite dish on this occasion?
I love barbecued meat. That's my favorite.
Barbecued meat,
Talked about what's
which
in our
one?
heads.
Beef, mutton,
I like beef also, and I like
Okay.
mutton, both. I'm a meat eater. I love meat. And I love like Bihari kebab, kaleji, you name it.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Do you make it at home?
We do the barbecue, but like Bihari kebab, no, that we normally eat at restaurants.
That's very interesting. So do you have a family gathering on Eid for
every
barbecue?
Eid, we host a huge lunch, and for the whole family and close friends. So we make all kinds of special dishes and our favorite sheer korma and all that. So Eid is like a time for us to, really get close to each other, the family, friends, and relax and chill. So it's a beautiful time.
Wonderful.
Beautiful
It is a beautiful time, absolutely a very beautiful time, but also it's a time of sacrifice.
Exactly.
It's a time of patience as well.
Yes.
So as a designer, what is your suggestion to the audience for sustainability in our fashion industry as well, especially on Eid occasions?
I feel we have so many clothes. There was a time when things weren't like this. Now there's such a surplus. There's so much, all of us, our wardrobes are full with clothes. And I feel instead of this special Eid, because it's a Eid of sacrifice, of sharing, giving, charity, I feel instead of making new clothes for ourselves, we should make for maybe the house help or for the poor or the needy. Like this Eid, I made not for myself, this is one of my outfits I had, but I did make for all my house help.
Oh, I love
Wonderful.
that.
That's
I
a
love
great
that.
idea.
Yes.
That's indeed a very, very brilliant idea. Instead of making it for your own self, because we do have a surplus of
Yes,
wardrobe.
we have so much to wear.
Exactly. So why don't you just help your house helps and give them a gift as well. It will be a very nice gift.
Yes.
Tehami, would you follow this?
I don't have that much of a bigger wardrobe. By the way.
She's like, I'll rather make mine.
Okay, interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's go to Farwa now. Do you cook yourself?
I do.
You
I
do?
love to cook, and
Oh, that's
I
great.
think cooking is a treat. It's therapeutic in so many.
So we're coming to your house after this.
Yeah,
What
sure,
are you
why
serving
not?
us?
Whatever you like. But we're talking about meat and all.
Which form of cuisine do you love to cook the most?
Oh, it's desi cuisine because at home people like desi cuisine. So, but I like all. I'm a food wanderer. You might put it that way. It's a little bit abstract. I like to try all kind of foods. I would like to go back to Pakistan-China relation because because that's my I would connect it to the festivity of Eid we are celebrating here. When it comes to China, I have so many Chinese friends, and with China it's like family. I would share one of my story with you people. There was a friend of mine. She was in International Institute, Strategic Institute in China. She was also a foreign affairs expert, and the delegations would come to our institute frequently. And one time it happened, I had to go visit there at her institute. She came rushing to me and hugged me. And it was at that time I realized, this phrase that Pakistan-China friendship is sweeter than honey. Indeed it is, because it is how, and it is also at those occasions when we get to experience that.
Of course, it's sweeter than honey. When we talk about Pakistan, Mr. Leo, we usually get to hear a lot about spicy food, the spices, and especially when it is the occasion of Eid-ul-Adha. So you've been here for last 4 years. So what's your experience of Pakistani food so far?
Pakistani food is very unique. It's very unique. And also Lahore food and also Karachi food, Islamabad food, Quetta food are totally different. Yeah.
Which one do you like the best?
Lahori, obviously.
May I know where are you from, firstly?
No, don't be diplomatic, it's okay.
Now I live in Islamabad, so.
So what food do you like the best? What's the best Pakistani cuisine that you like?
Actually, I like 3 things. The first one, it is Karahi, and then it is Durrani.
Karahi biryani. Okay.
Yeah, the last one, it is Pakistan street foods. Actually, they're so special. We cannot find them anywhere else. And if you don't go there and also experience that, you won't know how delicious they are.
Even Chinese food, they eat a lot of spicy foods, Sichuan food and Manchurian.
Yeah,
and all.
definitely.
It's
It
very
is
Exactly, so the
It's much
taste is not
spicy.
very
Yeah.
different because there's spices there as well. So we
Yes.
have this misconception a lot in Pakistan that since the West, most of the Western food, they're not as spicy or with a lot of salt, maybe. Perhaps, but the East Asian food is very spicy. I ate one of the kimchi from Korea, it's very spicy. I ate one of the dishes in China, it was so spicy, I could not handle that as well. And he would ask me, are you sure you can handle that? I said, wow, I always ask that from my foreign friends. So that's a very
So why
interesting
is there a
turn.
misconception?
That this food is not very spicy in East Asia.
So why is that so? Yeah.
I'm not so sure because I believe that there has to be more people-to-people contacts,
Contact,
and if there is more people-to-people contact,
We
then
get
I believe
that.
this
And even Thai
misconception will be
food.
reduced.
Thai food, I think, is
Thai
even more
food is-
spicy
exactly.
than Pakistani
Yes.
food, you know?
Exactly. So let's go back to you, Jawad. How are you going to celebrate the Eid?
Of course, in a very typical way. We usually I just get an off just a day before the Eid day.
But what did you do today morning for Eid after all your
Of course,
prayers?
we get up early in the morning and we prepare ourselves to go to the mosque to offer the Eid prayers, and then we've set the time with the butcher that has to come in.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
And that's
So-
a real game.
And the
Yes.
distribution, and that
But
takes
the
a lot of
distribution is
preparation.
the actual difficult part of the entire day is slaughtering the animal itself. You know, that blood. When that is spilled, once you slaughter that very innocent soul, so that takes your heart away.
It does.
But
then
that's
you-
the
then-
But that's the spirit
that's
of
the spirit.
sacrifice.
That's actually the
I
symbol.
think we've forgotten one thing. It's the sacrifice of the animal is obviously a symbol to sacrificing all that is bad in you.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
negative
Forget-
traits,
forget
the
very
negative
important.
traits, the
N-
base
exactly.
elements.
Your ego, your negativities,
So
your
what
ill
about,
feelings for
what
others.
about ego? How to sacrifice ego?
That is
Where-
a very difficult thing. I mean, especially for me, it's a very difficult thing.
I have a story to tell.
Please
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. You know, our land, it's the land of Sufis. Or there was a ecstatic Sufi, a majzoob, people who don't have their senses, they're like, they're malangs, yeah, you put it so rightly. And it was Eid, and in Eidgah, and Baba Farid was going, Baba Farid Ganshakari was going there, and that person, that malang, was so in pain. And you know, when he passed by him, that malang asked, Sai, Eid kidda? Sir, when will be Eid? And Baba Farid Ganshakar replied, Yar chahe jidda, implying when the beloved liked you to celebrate the Eid. And then he again asked, because he was so much in pain, then he asked, Yar chahe kidda? Yar chahe
When
kidda?
does the
when
beloved
when
want?
does the beloved want? And Baba Farid Ganshakar replied, Eho main mare jidda. When this I, this
Ego.
false ego, will die.
Oh wow, that's a very beautiful story indeed.
Yeah.
It's a
And
story
then
of sacrificing
It's a story
your
of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that person asked again, and that was the last question and the last answer. The question he asked, Yar chahe jidda, main mare jidda, matlab when the ego would die and when the beloved would want that. So he asked, Yar chahe jidda, when the beloved would. So you know, it's all it's love.
Control.
It's in our control. And actually, yeah, it's love. It's the beloved. It's divine. And one thing we forgot to celebrate at this festive occasion, that this is you sacrificing yourself, for others, for the sake of divine.
Right, that's a very, very interesting take. It was a very beautiful story as well, and I'm sure that one day, whenever we will be able to sacrifice our egos and slaughter it completely, that will be the day of Eid for all of us, and
Yeah.
of course ourselves, and the
Definitely.
people around us as well, because they're also affected and impacted by our egos if we take it to the other level, and of course hurt them by our egos as well. But let's go to a little more friendly and interesting, interesting community talk as well, because this was your first Eid prayer. and
Yes,
as
yes.
a Muslim, because he converted into Islam. So how was the feeling of being in a community, in a masjid, offering prayer with everyone on Eid day and waking up so early?
This is quite an amazing experience because you see, when I was in China, I don't have this kind of experience at all. And also even I don't have the concept of Islam. I don't have the concept of what is the meaning of sacrifice because we have talked so much. And also I have read the Quran and also I know some basic things. But this year is so special. It's the first year I really practice this. And also I really start to understand the meaning from heart and soul. And I'm so glad that I spend my Eid holiday with my families in Pakistan, so that in this Islam community, I can really understand the meaning and also to practice and also to be a better one.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ameen. What a beautiful, very beautiful gesture as well. And of course, you will keep learning about Islam as well. We all will keep learning about Islam. We'll all keep learning about ourselves because that's interrelated directly as well. But let's play a game now. This talk went very
let's
serious.
ask our participants to sing something.
Sing something. Is anybody good at singing over here?
Aniqa, you're so super talented. So everybody loves to sing.
This is
you
one
know?
talent that I do not own at all. Absolutely not.
Would you like to
You've got
try?
a wonderful voice.
I cannot.
Let's
Why don't
make
you
her
try?
try.
Yeah.
Let's try.
No, I was sitting on the same set in another show, and the anchor, who's my friend, she asked me to sing. I'm an absolute disaster when it comes to singing. I don't think I can sing. Probably because I have a husband who's got a beautiful voice.
He does.
To
he
die
does.
for. And I don't think I
But
can.
I think you think that because he has such a beautiful voice, is there this comparison? But otherwise, you do
Remember we
sing.
used to
well.
Can
sing a
Anika's
song
sister
together?
sing?
Yes, she can.
Okay, go
Remember we
ahead.
used to sing a song
Yeah,
together?
I remember that.
Should we do that?
Yes. Oh, okay. I'm on this scene.
Let's do that.
Asking somebody to sing is easy. Singing yourself and being in that spot is not easy. Okay,
If
let's
we do
it.
that together.
Okay, do you remember the lyrics?
What was it? What did it start from?
A gift of a friend, beauty.
Sometimes it feels
you'd
you'll
be fine by yourself. 'Cause a dream is a wish you make all alone. It's easy to feel that you don't need help, but it's harder to walk on your own. You'll change inside when you realize the world comes to life. Okay, that's too high. You can't do that.
That's all we could do.
Very nice.
Perfectly executed. Executed to perfection.
We used to do that when we were kids.
You've
We've
done
done it after
wonderfully well.
ages. I think
Ages.
we sang after
I
6
sing
years.
it alone sometimes in the car,
Nah, I
but
don't.
together we've done it after quite a while. But Miss Nasia, let's go to you. Do you know how to sing?
No, I don't.
I think you do. I have
We can sing together in a group.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can
mind.
sing
let's
together.
sing
Let's
together.
decide a song and we can sing all
can
together,
sing a
including
song
Tehami, of
together.
course.
I am a
No, you can't. You make me
We're going to make it sing
make a
for
song.
sure.
We can
Never
all
ever
sing
Let's sing
tried.
Dil Dil
I've never
Pakistan.
ever tried.
Oh, yes,
Let's do
you know
that.
the
Let's
lyrics to Dil Dil Pakistan too.
Oh yes.
Don't,
Oh yes.
don't,
Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, dil, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, ऐसी ज़मीं और आसमां इनके सिवा जाना कहाँ बढ़ती रहे
ये रोशनी चलता रहे
ये कारवां दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान.
A very, very happy
Clapping
day
for
because
all of
we were able to sing so openly.
As far as I remember, this song sung by Vital Signs at that
Yes.
time,
Oh,
Junaid,
what
led by
legend.
Junaid Jamshed.
Oh.
Yes.
It took the status of being the second national anthem.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It lives in all our hearts.
Yes, our hearts
It's
beat
eternal.
with it,
Yes.
with that very rhythm of it.
Absolutely.
And beautiful lyrics.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. May Allah
We
Ta'ala
can all
bless
relate
Junaid
to it.
Jamshed's
And it was
album,
beautifully
Eyes, Steps, and
filmed
Jannah.
also.
Yes, I remember. It was very refreshingly
By
different
Mr.
from
Shoaib
the
Mansoor, if I'm
novel,
correct on
you
this.
know.
Secreted masterpiece.
Absolutely. Is there any other national song that you know that we can sing on Eid? Because it is somewhat together antakshari, collective antakshari. We're helping each other out. That is the message of Islam. community,
Yes.
helping each other out, right?
And
So we're
especially
trying
this
to
Eid.
manifest it in a different way, but yes, we are manifesting
There's
it.
such a
Especially this
beautiful-
Eid.
There's
It is
such a
not just-
beautiful philosophy behind this very
Yes.
slaughtering of the animal.
Yes.
When you have to distribute the meat in three
Hissas,
parts, you know,
parts,
one you keep it for yourself, the other you distribute it
family
among
and
your
friends.
family
Yes.
and loved ones
And third community,
friends,
poor
and
and
the third one goes to the people who
Poor and
deserve.
needy.
It's a
What
little
is it?
different at our home. We generally distribute the
All of
entire
it, yes.
to the poor people because that's also mustahab.
Absolutely.
But if you can sacrifice your own portion of the sacrifice, that's even more love.
Yeah.
You were saying something, Ms. Nasia.
Yeah, I think this Eid is all about community. You know,
Yes.
this Eid is about giving to the needy, to the poor, and I think this is one value in our Islam that we, during this festive occasion, we celebrate it with the community.
Absolutely.
And this is all about giving and sharing what we have with the less fortunate, you know.
Exactly. It's all about community building. It's all about giving to the community as well. Why don't you give us the community some of your Chinese songs? Why don't you sing for us and give us the happiness to listen to your voice?
Sing a song, it is too difficult for me because
No, I've
yeah.
heard you sing. It's pretty good. Sing a Chinese song for us. A celebratory song.
That's we're insisting, please.
I hope I can skip this part.
No, it's okay. We can cut the part. It's okay. We'll put the ads in this part. It's okay. Just sing.
So you promise?
He's not gonna cut it.
Well, not a promise, but
It's really very hard to remember any Chinese song right now because I have been working and living abroad for quite a long time. So every day I'm just
She has
speaking
heard it. She knows
English,
you
yeah.
sing well.
yes, I've heard it.
What was a famous
It was-
song we just had recently, a couple of years before it? The Gangnam Style, what was that?
Gangnam
Is it
Style.
the
Yes,
first-
yes,
Oh,
yes,
Korean,
yes.
okay.
Oh,
Yes.
But that was Japanese,
That was
wasn't
Korean.
it?
No, that was
Okay, it
Korean. That was
Korean.
Korean. But then there was a song. Okay, sing about Pakistan-China friendship. I think there's a song about that.
Yes, it's in
I'm
Pa-
not
Chinese.
sure.
Park Ji wants
No, no,
to-
it's in Chinese.
Wang Soy. Yeah. I think it's that. Do you know that? You don't?
中巴有一万岁. I don't know this
We can
song.
like.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I think he's just being
Yeah.
shy, ladies and gentlemen. I've
totally
heard him
cool song.
sing. He sang at a karaoke as well. He was brilliant, by the way. And I was singing with the singer at the karaoke, and he literally stopped the singer's voice, muted the singer's voice, and sang himself. And I couldn't really tell the difference. It was really good. But he's being just shy right now.
I have a Chinese friend, Max Ma. He's an educationist. He works with Pakistani education institutes. But he's a wonderful singer. To the point, he can sing Pakistani classical ghazal. Oh my God!
Oh, wow.
Imagine the kind of community building and community bond Pakistan and China have with each
That's
other.
brilliant. Okay, so we're just gonna play one last game, and then we're going to end the show because we know that everybody is so busy with the Eids as well, and they have to leave too. So let's just play one last game. I'm going to start with you, Jawad, because I feel like you should be a part of this game too. It'll be interesting. So I'm going to give you a
I'll
word.
try my best.
So we're going to take a name of the country, and the letter that it ends with, you have to take the name, and then the letter that ends with, you have to take the name, and we're going to go for 2 rounds, and then we're going to decide a winner, which I will personally give a gift to. So let's start with
Would you describe that one once again, please?
the gift.
Yes, that was complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
I'm going
couldn't-
to tell him a letter. He's going
Okay.
to take a name of the country from that letter.
Okay.
And when he ends the country's name, for instance, Albania.
It's like
A?
Antakshari for countries.
Yeah, so it ends with A, so she's going to say the name of the...
It can be a city also.
It can be any place. That's totally fine. Okay, so let's start.
So you're going to throw a
C.
letter to me.
I'm just throwing-
Croatia.
Croatia, A.
Australia.
A.
Amsterdam.
M.
Australia again.
M.
No, M.
Maldives.
Maldives. E. S, sorry.
S. Serbia.
I'm sorry?
Serbia.
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 Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, it was a very easy game.
A.
Sure,
I'm just going to decide a winner.
something-
A.
Okay, we have to do another round?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
3 rounds.
A. America.
A.
That's an A again. That is right. It's pretty easy. Armenia.
Armenia. okay, good.
Ankara.
Ankara, okay.
Amsterdam.
You already said that.
That
You already said that.
Okay.
Come on, you're a foreign affairs expert.
Oh.
A.
I skip.
Another friendly country like Turkey.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan, yes. I
I'm
can take
sorry.
it.
Okay, A.
A again.
A
N,
again.
N. N, Azerbaijan. Okay,
Azerbaijan, N.
N.
Yeah.
N.
Some African country maybe.
I have.
Ah,
I have.
North Africa.
North Africa, okay,
Yeah.
No,
that's
that's
a
not a
place. That's a
country.
place. Jawad, A.
Okay. A?
A.
Okay. Well, 3 times A?
Yeah, sure, why not? That's why it's a fun game. A.
How's that? Okay. Angola.
Angola, A.
Oh, come on, not another.
You should be happy your name starts with an
I'm
A.
done with A's. I am so done with A's.
Come on, let's try.
Okay.
Yeah, Aniqa.
I'm also done with
Antarctica.
this.
Antarctica, A.
Armenia.
Armenia,
Okay,
we've already
A
said that.
again.
Ajay,
A
you said
again.
that?
Oh.
I've forgotten.
Africa.
Africa.
Oh, wow. I was actually going to point out to Algeria, but okay, Africa, A.
Armenia.
Armenia's
That
done.
Oh.
Another repetition.
Albania.
Albania's done too.
Okay. I am sorry, I don't sound like a researcher.
Okay, that's all right. A.
It's
It has
also,
also been
it's also the same hard for me, believe me.
Okay, let's try A.
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 Any country in China that starts with it?
Any
A
oh,
lot.
sorry, city.
I think a lot.
I can think of one.
Uh-huh.
A.
Okay, you lose.
Argentina.
Argentina's already
We're
done.
done.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Again, A? A?
A.
Ending letter?
Yes.
All the time A. I don't.
Yes, all the
We
time.
are done with this. We are done with this.
No,
Pretty.
there are plenty of
There are
A's.
plenty
There are
of
plenty of
A's.
Okay. Let me just give it a couple of seconds.
Okay, Jawad, you lose.
No,
A.
no. You gave ample time to Mr. Leo.
Of course, he's my husband. I have to do some nepotism, right?
Do you still like your wife?
Allahabad. Okay.
Denmark.
Oh, pretty good. Okay.
Alright. K. Kenya. Oh, that
Ooh,
was
very nice. I'm so proud of you. Okay, A again.
A again? Are you kidding?
Gosh, we have to work
Okay.
at our geography
Throw it.
next time we come for the Eid show.
The continent that USA and Canada are in, we haven't named that.
Alaska?
Alaska.
Ah.
I
okay.
won. I won.
Okay, sure. So everybody wins, and the gift is that I'm present with all of you over here.
Wow.
And I'm related to two of them, and I met two of them as well. And he's my wife. That's the gift.
We
I'm the
really had
gift.
to put in a lot of effort on this very Eid day.
I'm
trying
the
to
gift.
retrieve all those names. And here is the gift.
Isn't it good? I'm trying to make your mental practice good as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we are a little short on time right now, but of course it's Eid, so we do want to hear some last messages from all of the guests on Eid day as well. What is your message for everybody, all the viewers?
I think it's very easy to get caught up in negativity in this world because the society has embroiled us in a way that, you know, we're surrounded by a lot of negative thoughts, negative people, negative actions. And it's very difficult to cut off from them. But the moment you cut off from the negativity and sacrifice that part, you actually feel liberated. So I think try to stay away from negativity. These days I'm trying to stop my habit of talking about anybody at all. I mean, we all talk about people, you know, this is generally what we talk about. So I'm cutting it off. I am sacrificing that part once and for all. It's very difficult for each one of us, and I'm doing it along with a few friends. It's difficult, but we can get there, and I feel so liberated.
Cutting the gossiping off.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's brilliant.
Miss
And
Nasia.
also taking support from friends. I think that's very important. as
Friends, family, like you support group. Okay, so if you start talking about a person, the other person will be like, don't do that. And if that person starts talking about another person, I'd be like, don't do that.
I
So you need to
understand.
support each other. and-
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, and that's what a community is about as well. Ms. Nasma, what's your message?
I think this Eid we should share with the less fortunate, like orphans and the abandoned kids at like ED, SOS. We should give some charity, make Eid special for those children.
Wonderful. That's a beautiful message. Ms. Farwa.
I often see people complaining that our Eids are getting dull, boring, and not like that kind of Eids that we used to celebrate in our childhood. So my message to all of those people whose Eids have gone dull and boring, please try this time to celebrate Eid for others. Do something for others, just like you, ma'am, said. Then you would feel the feel of the Eid.
Right. Tong, what's your message for Eid?
Thank you for very beautiful lady, your conclusion. As a learner, actually, I do learn a lot from your speech, and also it is a part of the thing I want to practice in this Eid. So I don't have any other words to say, but I just want to emphasize that sacrifice, it is not only for yourself, but also it is for the whole society, for the whole community, and also for the poor and also the needs. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Liu Tong. Thank you, my husband as well, for joining us. And I think one of your messages should have been to ensure that your wife is always happy. So that was very important. That was a very important message. I think you forgot that, but it's okay. I don't mind that at all. Thank you so much, Farwa. Thank you so much for coming with us and spending your Eid with us as well, because it was, of course, it's very important for us to not just celebrate Eid with everyone, but also know the happiness of having other people celebrate Eid with us as well. Thank you, Ms. Nisma. Thank you for joining us for the, I'm sorry, Ms. Nasia,
I would like to add something to it. The thing that you shared with us about the very spirit of sacrifice of the beloved, and so that was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that little story.
It was a beautiful message. Thank you, Ms. Nasia. Thank you so much. I hope you ensure that everybody stays well up to date with their designs and fashion as well. And it stays sustainable too. Thank you so much for joining us on the Eid Day. And thank you, my sister, somebody who has mentored me. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming.
She had been underestimating herself in terms of singing. You
Tehami.
sung wonderfully well.
You need to listen to my husband. I feel like I feel very, very tiny when I sing in front of him.
It's okay, we can sing together and then our husbands can sing together.
They've already been close to each other, so we don't know.
Right, they have. That's a funny inside story.
But one thing I want to share with all of you and with our viewers also, on these festive occasions, when we talk about sacrifice and that very spirit of letting our egos and negative traits to go away, and trying to adopt all those practices that can bring in all that positivity in us. I think empathy and compassion are the first and the foremost.
Right.
Because in this particular existence, everybody in a way or the other is struggling at one front or the other.
Absolutely.
So all we need to do is to be more empathetic and more compassionate about it.
And that's how we're going to end our show as well. A very, very important
beautiful
note.
Message.
The empathy and compassion. That is how we should exchange our relations with one another. That's how we should build our communities as well. And that's exactly how we should act on the Eid day as well, because it's the celebration of love, it's the celebration of empathy, and it's a celebration of compassion as well, and of course, sacrificing our own bad deeds and egos as well. Again, thank you for watching us. I hope you had a lot of fun. Eid Mubarak to all of you.
Eid
Take
Mubarak
care.
once again.